Alright, you might remember this hood from my storage. Just my parts hood I cut sheet metal out of. But I got an idea to do something with it, so we're gonna see. It's in pretty rough shape, and somebody's welded these back in it, and she needs a lot of love, but we're gonna try to do something fun with it, so stay tuned. Okay, well, got a little lazy and didn't do too much filming, just trying to design and build what I can here. So my beloved front spoiler, as I told you, I cut out of this hood. Here's the other side of it. Well, I left the hem, or whatever you want to call that, on the hood, so I figured I need to build a new one of these. It's been hashed pretty bad, so I got all my measurements for it on the hood. I'll have to put them on the paper before I grind everything off this hood and try to do some painting on it or something. But so I was looking for a crowl hood or something that would work. I could have bought a fiberglass hood for like $500, but the dimensions on it wouldn't work for what I need to clear. So this here sticks up about 3/4 of an inch. So does the alternator, and then we got our cooling reservoir. So our cooling reservoir roughly sticks up about that much, and then the throttle body sticks up about that much. This hood is in pretty rough shape, but I think it's going to do fine for what I want it to do. So basically, it's like a 4.5 inch tall, basic, kind of like a crowl. So my throttle body starts there, and my supercharger cooler reservoir is there. And the main height I need is right about here. It's not so much over here. And that's actually 1.5 inches higher than this here. And then that is about 3 inches. So it should actually fit fine under the hood. The alternator will be fine over there. And basically I'm going to cut this little lip off here to about right here, and kind of just leave these imprints there, and then I'll just smooth down and then kind of slowly start tapering back up to my sheet metal I got here. And then I'm going to patch these back in, so I at least have this to go off of. And unfortunately it's going to be a Frankenstein hood. I got a lot of little patches I'm going to have to build and patch together on it and everything. And then whether I'm going to put hood hinges back on or not, I don't know. I mean, this hood's going to be really heavy to get off and on without hood hinges if I just put 2 more hood pins down there. So I've got to do some work to the bolts, the hood bolts, if I'm going to try to put them back on hood hinges. So, but this side will be a little bit easier because I actually cut the front spoiler piece out on this way, so I can actually kind of put it back and have a little bit more of it, a little less patching on this side because I still have that piece there. I don't have to build one on this side. So, and then I'm going to build a wire skeleton kind of around the back side and probably to a certain point, and stick in here. And yeah, I've already patched that in, but I gotta flip this hood over, and I literally gotta cut the skeleton out and then put angle iron in here to reinforce the hood. So that'll all be open, and then I'll do my skeleton to reinforce the hood, and then my angle iron. And then yeah, my favorite thing, Bondo, and lots of it. So I guess my point of this is, you know, this hood is literally trash, and then I cut parts out of it. But with some time and effort, if you want to put into it, you can actually take junk and modify them into something good, hopefully. And I'll probably paint it identical to my factory hood over there, and put it on the car so I can have a hood. I don't particularly like driving around without a hood, especially when it's chance of rain or something. I mean, that's just a lot of water to get on electrical and all that stuff. So, but anyways, I'm gonna continue on this, and this hood will probably take me probably a week to build or so. I'm probably just going to work on the other side, get about as much as I've gotten done on the other side. And then I got some of my new fuse panel stuff and a box of relays so I can finish tidying up my crunchy wiring I got going on actually both sides. I got 2 relays there, and then I got 2 relays over here, plus my uncovered fuse box, and get those tidied up. And then I did add a master battery, since my battery's in the trunk. So and this will just unhook it from the wiring harness and alternator and stuff like that. Alright, well, I'm going to continue on here for a bit, and I'll bring you back when I get some more progress done. Well, I got a ton of work to do yet, but I think it'll look alright. I still got to build all this and make patch for that, and probably just get some corrugated type of metal and stick in here. Might actually put a few gauges in there. Might put like might do a temperature gauge for the supercharger or something in there. Gotta do some patching and working in there, but the important thing is, probably won't be able to get you in there to see, but throttle body's there, and this is about 3/4 of an inch from even touching it, and then the supercharger reservoir is about 1/2 inch from the lid. So, and this side's pretty well down, pretty well flush. So everything's going to clear real good on that side. The alternator, you know, it'll have a little bit of room. This side has to go down. It's actually hanging up on the fuel pump. I gotta cut that out and make a notch for it, so that'll go down, and then I gotta weld in all that and build my little skeleton for it. And there's the rib cage I cut out for all the supercharger stuff. So it's coming along. It's kind of crazy, even in my opinion, of making that front spoiler out of this hood and then cutting my front spoiler back up and re-welding it to the hood so I can utilize this hood. So I think it'll be pretty unique, give it some character. And I sat in the car, and it's definitely not super tall to where it's in the way or distracting or anything like that. So Of course, there'll be a lot of body work and all kinds of stuff I'll have to do, and I'm probably going to extend this, another 4 inches or so and kind of taper it down probably. So we'll just call it the Frankenstein hood scoop. The hood that's been tore apart, patched back together, and is going to have many patches in it, so it'll be kind of cool and unique, I think, when I'm all done with it, and it should be okay. It's that, or cut up a good AMX hood, and I didn't want to cut one of those up, and I've got it up for sale just because I don't plan on ever probably using it again, and there's some people out there that are restoring their AMXs and really need a hood, so I got it up for sale for $700, and just whoever offers the best offer to it. I'm not greedy, so I'd hate for it to just lean against the wall or wherever for the rest of its life when it could be being used somewhere. So, and this orange hood is actually off of that orange parts javelin that I talked about in the very first video. So it's actually where this hood came from, and it has like 6 layers of paint on it. So I don't know what the original color would have been, but it goes from purple to blue to white to yellow to orange. So, and I think there's probably another color in there. Alright, well anyways, I'm going to keep on keeping on. I messed with this hood. I just kind of work on it off and on. Holiday seasons I've been really busy at work, so I haven't had just a lot of time to mess with it. Now I am absolutely not a body man, sheet metal man, any of that kind of stuff, so everything I'm doing is mediocre at best. But and then this is hemmed, folded to be the same thickness as the rest of the hood here, so it's not like a piece of sheet metal just hanging there on the edge. I gotta do a little patch or something there, and then I got the painstaking task of slowly welding all of this together, because I do know on thin sheet metal you only want to go a little bit, etc., etc., so you don't start warping the sheet metal. So, and there'll be a lot of Bondo on this. Well, maybe not too much. We'll just have to see. I'll have to grind everything really flat. Kind of grinded some of this to see. So before, all this was kind of just missing, and this whole back little chunk here was missing. So I kind of just made 2 plates, cut all that out, got them tacked in there, and then I got to go under the hood here and tack this whole thing down to the bottom of the actual hood skeleton. And then I haven't figured out what I'm going to do about the back of the hood yet, but it's kind of the least of my concerns right now. This side here will be a lot less work. I'll have to stick, my idea is to stick a piece of sheet metal under here so it's got something to kind of weld to on the bottom, so that's kind of a big gap. And then I gotta finish going through here and raising that up and welding it on, and then I just got a little bit of small little patches I gotta build in the back here. And of course I gotta patch the hole there in the hood. But this hood's in really rough shape. That's why it was a parts hood to begin with. It's hard to see, but the hood stud here, I think I videotaped it. It was just a carriage bolt or something somebody just cobbled on there. So I cut that off. There's some rust issues on where the bolts actually go into the hood. I gotta cut all that out and figure out something new for the mounting of the hood to the hood hinges. So, but you know, I guess I'm kind of happy I was able to give this old hood life again, because it's just either that or keep cutting little chunks out of it and throw it away. I actually sold my AMX hood. I gotta build a crate for that either this afternoon or tomorrow, so I can get that shipped away. But a lot of Bondo on the nose, and it's still kind of funny that I made that front spoiler out of this hood and cut the front spoiler back apart and stitched it back into the hood. So I guess that's stuff you don't really think about, but anyways, I'm going to continue to work on it, and I posted a picture of this on Instagram. I call it the Franken-hood, and a lot of people are really liking it, so I'll continue to make a little bit of videos here and there on it as I get more progress done to it. I just want to get it all welded together and strengthened underneath, and able to be put on the car, make sure it lines up good and everything, and just basically I want it to be where all I gotta do is grind everything down, take it to my buddy, have him sandblast it, and you know, then it can be ready for paint and all that good stuff. So alright, well, until next time. Alright, it's kind of hard to see with all the rust, but so this hood's been a little compromised at one point. That side's still good, but since I cut out the whole skeleton under here, I got, I think this is ½ inch by ½ inch, or 3/4 by 3/4. Anyways, my point is I'll cut a section, grind all this down. And it's pretty thin because it's all rusty, but and weld that angle iron in there on both sides, and then I will probably also cut a small piece and just kind of ridge this hood up a little bit more, make it a little bit stronger, you know, so it doesn't fold over on itself. And I'll probably do some other supports too, but right off the bat I got to do something about that, because I'd like to actually put the hood on and put it on the hood hinges and get everything lined up. I gotta work on some of this stuff here too, but anyways, I thought I'd just show that real fast. I will say these uni bits or step bits at Harbor Freight, even though they're only like $7, really impressed to drill that out, so that will save me some work. I think I can just run a dye over these and clean up the threads on them. So anyways, that was pretty cool. Well, anyways, this hood isn't exactly a really good hood. You can see the center dips down. I mean, it was hitting the front pretty hard, and all that Bondo on it. It's never going to really line up very good because it was actually, the hood was kinked. I'll have to get in here and massage that down a little bit. This side fits a little bit better. It's pretty wavy. I actually bent this a little bit. Once I weld that on, it'll be pretty straight. Got a pretty good reveal there. You know, all in all, not the most terrible build, but you know, for what it is. The hood that's been tore apart, and then restitched together. So this hood project's gonna take me a while, but I mean, it's still December. We're not even the first of the year yet, so I got time. But it is bolted on the hinges and everything. I gotta do some more bracing and stuff on it. But yeah, I don't have this welded back together yet, so get that welded back up and get this stuff welded back down. And then this part is kind of shot up, but I can actually see it's bent there, so gotta do some massaging on it. And I still gotta extend the back and figure out what I'm gonna do about the very rear of the hood still, but like I said, this is gonna be quite the project. So anyways, thought I'd just kind of give you an idea. Probably gonna stop work on this hood here for a little while, but I'll make more videos in the future of it as I get stuff done to it. So. And oh, here's my new relays and fuse panel, because I told you I was going to get that cleaned up, and got most all my wiring cleaned up and quick release now, so got some progress done to it anyways. So, alright, thanks for watching.